Next question.
Hello, this is a question for Nina. How is it to play such two different characters as Elena and Catherine, and good and evil?
Well, it's a very rare opportunity, and I love, and I think I'm very lucky for it. It's hard to find one character that's challenging and gritty and amazing, and I have two amazing contrasting characters. I play Lena, who's a sweet, a sweet and nice, lovable girl who is also strong and very courageous because she has to deal with and take care of all the people around her. She's not selfish, she's very selfless. Catherine is the complete opposite. She's selfish, narcissistic, a little crazy, very crazy actually. And she does everything for her own pleasure and amusement. And the world is like her playground. And these boys...
That's why we fall in love with her. And she makes us.
Exactly. So it's interesting and fun to get to explore two completely different things. And in terms of Catherine, really be someone so far from myself. And it's beautiful. I love it.
Talking about the flashbacks once more, which were your favorite and why? And which periods would you like to visit in future?
1980s disco. No, 70s disco. Roller rink.
I'd love to do the 20s.
The 20s, the
yeah.
roaring 20s. That's one of, I second that. I think it's one of my favorite decades. I think in the beginning of when we first started these flashbacks was some of the best ones simply because of the fact that it was the introduction. It was we had never done it before. For me, it was really just the beginning parts where Stefan and Damon were truly so happy. And when Stefan and Damon first meet Catherine, when she steps off of the carriage, it was. When you sit back and watch, I don't even see us as actors. I see them as the characters, and I thought, oh, it's so cute. Look at them. They're just so. They look like looks like they've been hit in the head with a bat. They're just and.
I have that effect on people. Sorry.
And the scene where that literally one of the first scenes we shot was this scene where you and I are playing football in the yard.
That's the scene.
And we had been fighting for months because of the episode, not in real life, on the show, and hating each other, and all of a sudden they're like, okay, so we want you guys to laugh and play football and run and tackle each other, and we're like, okay, and it was really fun, and I thought,
a lot of fun.
This is really fantastic that Damon and Stefan get to do this, and that was the first time. And I realized how powerful and effective they were.
Are you afraid of all these vampires around us? And what do you think about the Twilight Saga and the other TV series about vampires?
Afraid of what?
There are too many vampires around us.
Well, Twilight.
There's 5 or 6 in here. There's a lot in here, but
You better watch your back, darling.
you never know.
I think, the unbelievable phenomenon, the success that Twilight sort of reaped the benefits of, the success that Twilight created, we are now reaping the benefits of. So it's, if you kind of look at the vampire shows that are floating around right now between Twilight, True Blood, and us, they're all pretty different. They're apples and oranges. Twilight is the feature franchise version, and then True Blood is the cable version that's a lot more risque. 12-year-old, 13-year-old girls can't watch True Blood with their parents. That would be weird.
Awkward.
And then you have us, the primetime network version, in which really lends itself to being, obviously the comparisons to Twilight in the beginning were justified. The setup is quite the same, but I think that the show very, very quickly distinguished itself from that. Well, first of all, there's sex. Thanks. Guys.
You're welcome.
Kevin Williamson.
And also, I think that we are grateful to the fact that the pop culture trend of vampires allowed us to be made. I guess I'm just regurgitating what you said, but yeah.
It's okay.
so-
You can regurgitate what I
Well, that's
said. I
just what I
rehearsed all
do.
of
You're my
stuff.
wiser older brother.
I
you
rehearsed
know,
all my
so-
stuff before in the
Yeah.
mirror.
Right. That's right. You had the questions.
Yeah.
I remember.
Hello. For the three of you, what's your best and worst memories on the set?
One memory that I remember that wasn't the most pleasant physically was when we were shooting in, I think it was
You mean
below
the
freezing.
cold? Oh.
It was below freezing, but we had to pretend like it was fall, and it was raining the whole episode. So at the
Nina
beginning,
had ice in her hair.
at the beginning of one take, my hair would be dry and normal, and then 2 minutes later, when we called cut, there was ice in my hair because it was so cold. And the whole day, I stayed outside in the wet clothes for about 12 or 14 hours, and then I got really sick.
Yeah, outdoor rain episode in January, not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
I had to lay in the mud, I think, that episode.
Yeah, and it was
So that was
it was
for
16
about
degrees Fahrenheit.
14 hours, so. Should we all unanimously say that was the worst?
That was the
Yeah.
worst. That was our.
But we
that
do
was
have
our
a lot
worst.
of fun. There are good times on the set.
There are amazing times on set, and we are unbelievably lucky to have them, kind of daily. I think these two have a much harder job than I do because their characters go through so much more emotionally. Damon just kind of shows up and kind of screws with everybody, and I just sort of breeze in and breeze out. But I actually have a profound amount of respect for you two.
You do?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You don't brood as much as you could.
Really?
I mean, you brood a lot,
Yeah.
but you guys aren't
Brooding
as
right
miserable
now.
as you are. See, I
How's it
should
look?
take lessons.
The brood. Brood.
No, I try not to. Yeah, I think for me, just having this experience for the first time makes every moment. I've never even been on a show that's gotten picked up for a back nine or had any success. I mean, on this level, and so pretty damn thankful to be.
Yeah, that's a good word. Thankful.
And this series is obviously very successful on the international level. So what do you think it is about the show that makes it so universally appealing?
Because it has a lot of different elements of things that a lot of people love. It has, like we had mentioned earlier, it has drama and love and sex, and it's dark at times, it's light at times, it's very scary at times. Sometimes we read the episodes knowing what's going to happen, and then I watch it and I'm like it just freaks you out.
I also think that if you take away the vampires, there's a really amazing story. You know, it's very
still,
engaging.
it's a story about this town and the
Yeah,
people
it's
in
a-
it and the
right.
lives that they lead.
It's not
So-
just going.
But we don't
want
want to take the vampires out. by the
No, we
way.
don't want to take the vampires
Just
out.
We want to keep them in. It could
No,
just
no.
be diaries.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be nearly as good, but it'd be it'd still be engaging. And I think the point is there's a solid root.
Absolutely.
Hello, Lara from South Africa. I've got a question for all three of you. It's a compound question leading on from that. First of all, why do you think that there has been this fascination with vampires throughout the centuries? And secondly, do you believe